Yeah, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Just talking about real life. Just talking about real life. You know what? You know, when I'm the perspective I share in my books and everything and on YouTube, just got to deal with real life. Really do. Really do. And I thought about that this morning. I got up a little bit late. I didn't really do any work. I usually work in the mornings, but I was up late last night because I was on a panel with Mr. 1950 and a few other brothers on there, including Miles Cunningham, a couple of brother Lawrence Adams, and I gotta recall this one brother's name, but I'm gonna give a link in the description box to it. A link to it. I think he has a preview up now as I'm recording this. He should have the whole thing up though soon. And and that was pretty good. We talking about just some real manhood stuff, and which I appreciate. I know y'all don't see me on panels, but if you're talking some serious stuff, I'm there. Unless only time I'm not talking just some real serious stuff is I'm just real cool with you. All right. But so I got up late. I said watch a little TV. First show I watched, of course, was A Handmaid's Tale. That's an intense ass show, and intense, and it is actually some not so subtle political commentary. So I was checking that out on the edge of my seat. But then I was checking out this show I heard, not even heard about. Since I watched Stars, they were talking about it like Run the World. And somebody had described it as Sex in the City meets Insecure. So it was a story about four black women. And, you could kind of tell, it's that basic Sex in the City bullshit, right? But then there was a couple things that happened on there. A couple things, because, they had sex. One, you had a woman, she's having sex with her professor. She's having sex with her professor and stuff, which happens. And then you had, another woman. She's in a club. She sees an ex-boyfriend who her other friend referred to as Satan. So she even gave him a brief kiss, but then, try to get over him. She ran and grabbed this Asian dude who had been sweating her, to have sex with him, which happens. And then the thing that caught me was when this woman about to get married, because they made a big deal out of her wedding invitations, bougie woman, slept with what they call community dick. And I was just like, man, I'll check it out. Speaking of checking out, just talked to Miss Smoker Angel a few minutes ago. Yeah, just talked to her a few minutes ago. For those who remember, I was do those reviews of Insecure. She was telling me the new season about to come up, so y'all gonna see me and her doing some reviews of that. And some people have actually questioned, because I've done reviews, BGS has done reviews. It's art imitating life. All the shit I talk about, all this shit, just real shit, be right in there. In fact, BGS had even said one time about Insecure. He thought, and I tend to agree with Issa Rae be watching these boards and stuff. Issa Rae, because stuff she be talking about, stuff we've been talking about. Always pay attention to that. And that's my point about just being in the real world and stuff, because every now and then I'll get a detractor or something, and they seem to act like I don't know what I'm talking about, but that immediately tells me they ain't been out. Because I always talk about the streets and everything. When I say streets, I mean real streets. I mean real streets, just being out there. I don't necessarily mean you living that life or something. Actually, better if you familiar with it, because that's where you really see shit. A lot of dudes out here be on some theory, measuring skulls and all this shit, going by just what they see on TV. I remember one time I was talking about Body Game, and somebody put a comment talking about Brad Pitt. That's a movie star. I'm talking about what actually happened out here in the streets. Who's doing what? And I'm gonna tell you what, That's why I've said before, if somebody really want to get red pill, sell all your shit and move to some poor neighborhood or something. Or even if you don't want to sell it, just spend some time there. You know, because that's the real. That is the real. And in fact, there's a YouTube channel that people should really check out if they want to see the real. Because I can totally relate to the people they have on it. Because, well, spent an early part of my life with those types, and I hate to say it, I'm actually comfortable around those types. Says a lot about me. But it's called Soft White Underbelly, and I forgot the dude's last name. First name Mark. It's interesting who has that name Mark. He be interviewing like real pimps, prostitutes, drug addicts, homeless people. You get them on there, and the shit they be dropping. Like, you know, there's always that talk about choosing and all of that. The pimps always be talking about the women choosing them. You know, surprised he hasn't caught like some street gigolo or something. Yeah, he might have, and he might have to dig through there. But you know, he be having hustlers and everything on there, cause it's real life. Cause the shit I'm talking. Everything I'm talking about, it wasn't like, oh, this might happen or it changed because of this. It's still happening, really. It's still happening. Because people just see me in a 10-minute video. And like I said, y'all be surprised when I'm out and about. Like just driving through where I'm at now. They got a lot of people just working in the area. They don't necessarily live here. Like, people with a little bit of money hide their shit better, but just people in the area who work in the area or something, I just happen to know, they part of that underbelly. Shit. They part of that shit. Indeed, despite the six-figure median household income around here, you got some Section 8s around here. You got some Section 8s. You got some interesting people. And then when you deal with them and you're dealing with some real life, you see the real. You don't see some bullshit, because I be seeing a lot of people, they on some fantasy shit, you know, and they think it's, you know, they think some is one way, right? Like, I give you a great example. I know I'm gonna get some thumbs downs for this. You got some people in call themselves black pill, thinking, oh, just be white. Oh, these women want white. You don't see all these white women sneaking into the hood fucking these brothers. And that's just one thing. And I talked about black bulls yesterday. And hell. And some are just open about it. And that's just one thing. Or, you know, like I mentioned about that thing with on that show Run the World, where, you know, the about to be married woman, she gets in the fling with the community dick. I mean, her girls told her, like, yeah, he hit it. You know. The girl said, yeah, she got with him. The other one got with him. Tell the girl, she was like, well, damn, I ain't got with him yet. But that shit be happening for real. That shit be happening to him for real. You know, there's a lot of women, and that's some real shit. They about to get married. They had that night before shit. You know. Sometimes it's just, you know, to get a good male stripper or something. Or sometimes it's just some random dude they met. Oh, I got some stories about that. Yeah. You know what's funny? Just as an aside. And brother in comments just to say, yeah, Rom know about that freak world. Yeah, no comment. And for the vanilla people listening, and when I say vanilla, not necessarily race, but just have no idea about what's going on out there, the freak world, man, where everything go. Shadow world shit. Yeah, I might know some stuff. Indeed, that's why, and just as an aside, just even alluding to that, I was kind of joking about that, but then, you know, that's why I say what I do and point out the stuff I do, because I know who fucking out here. And how people, women especially, really getting down, you know? But when you live it, or you been in that real shit. You been in that underbelly. You just look at shit totally different. You can sit and read shit. You can sit and read shit because you got to. You got to for survival. You know, you got to because I'm gonna tell you what. And I'm always talking about that presenting the money thing. People will be thinking on that term. I already know they tricks. They tricks. You know, and it's put out there for you. Women want to fuck who they want to fuck. You know, got nothing to do with how much money you have, unless they trying to divest you of that money. You know, but yeah. But anyway, check out the link. I don't know when the brother have. I'll give you the link to his site. The preview for it, what we did last night, and check out the link to Soft White Underbelly. Just go through there. Shit, if you want to know game or some real game, talk to the pimps and the prostitutes. Just not talk. Well, if you can talk to them, that's better. But listen to what they're saying. Just sit there and listen. And I'm gonna tell you what, it gets deeper too. They be hitting you with some deep ass shit. Cause I'm gonna just be real. Relationships, and this is why, even though I've tried to not talk about it, it's more serious. The shit is deeper. It's deeper. It affects so much out here. It affects so much, and all I'm trying to do is more than just tell a man how to get pussy. Man, from my perspective, it's easy. What I'm trying to tell men is how to navigate it. And fortunately, many are listening. Many are listening. I give it to them. You got some other guys. Well, you know what? Dying alone, I think, is a bitch. Dying alone is a bitch. So, or dying without a genetic legacy. Yeah. But, it's real life. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I gotta go in here and get my vittles or something. I don't know what I'm gonna have today. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna have. But anyway, I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.